What is going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So we're going to break down Palantir in this one as we're heading into a brand new week. So as always, we're going to break down the charts, my thoughts, where I see this thing headed this week, and of course, what I'm looking to do. So guys, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe as we're on the road to 100,000 subs. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. Just use that link down below, or go to stasurfs.com/Moomoo. Get your money. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. And actually, let me take a sip of this, by the way, guys. That's good. So, yeah, where was I? Let's break down Palantir, what to expect this week chart-wise, and we'll go over, if we have time, at the end of the video, the overall stock market, the indexes, which you guys probably know, they did not do well last week. So before we do that, let's talk about Palantir, which you guys probably remember. It was all over the place on Friday, and let's talk about where I see this thing going, and again, what I'm looking to do. So PLTR opened up at $28.50 on Friday morning, and we started off very strong, right? Well, I guess other than the dump off initially where we went down to about $28.25, other than that, we actually rallied a good chunk here all the way to almost $30 per share. We then pulled down, you guys can see, to about $29. We actually held a higher low. Then we started rallying again, but we failed to break out of the highs from earlier in the day, right? So we saw a clear resistance on Friday in the mid-29s. You guys can see we triple topped at that point once, twice, three times. Then we dumped down pretty much for the rest of the day. And even in the aftermarket, Palantir was selling off. You guys can see we closed at about, what, 28.60, and we got down to about 28.50-ish after the bell. So yeah, we hit that point, triple topped, sold off into close, pretty much giving back all of the gains from the beginning of the day. And on the 5-day 5-minute chart, let me pull this up and show you guys, we can see that's kind of where we struggled on Thursday as well, right around 29.60 to 80, right in that ballpark. So the fact that we got rejected there, it's not the end of the world, but it's obvious that that's a sign there is big resistance at $30 per share, $29.50, $30 per share. And you can even see here in the beginning of last week, we didn't hit quite close to $30, but we did get to $29.30. We got rejected there. And, you know, we were chopping around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. And then Thursday, we got the pop. Friday, we got the pop, which that's a good sign, no doubt. It shows that buyers are coming in. We are getting that momentum towards 30, but now we have to break it. We have to break $30 per share, which will that come this week? Will it come next week, guys? The week after? Who knows? Time will tell, but ultimately, that's the next main level, and I think Palantir will be getting out of there at some point. And of course, you guys know this company is reporting earnings on the 5th of August, so maybe it even happens before the earnings. And by the way, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as always. And as of close, again, we closed at $28.50, which is right around this spot right here. Let me draw it out. So roughly by the highs from Tuesday, Wednesday, about $28.50. So the fact that we held that point at a higher low, you guys can see this trend line I just drew. We held it at a higher low as well. That's a pretty good sign for the bulls, right? So ideally, this upcoming week, guys, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. This stock could rebound in the mid-28s. Ideally, buyers should come in here, right? Mid-28s, start pushing 29 again, ideally over 29. And then at that point, that'd be a clean-cut bounce off the 50 moving average on the hourly chart. We're already above the 180 SMA, which is at $28. We're well above that already. So that would be a good sign if we did get the bounce off the 50 moving average on the 1 hour chart here. And on the 4 hour time frame, obviously there's no doubt that we're in an uptrend. You know, we're looking beautiful. We're above the moving averages, golden cross, all of that heading into earnings. And the real chart to look at, not that these weren't real, but a very important time frame is the 3-year chart, which you guys can see the cup and handle playing out here beautifully, which I called out to a T pretty much. Not to toot my own horn, guys, but we've called out multiple cup and handles here on Palantir. Most importantly, this one on the 3-year chart, and on the 4-hour chart, you guys probably remember this one right here that we completely nailed. You guys see the cup and handle right here, cup, handle, boom, breakout. So we nailed that, nailed that call. And on the 3-year chart, it's slowly panning out now. And if it fully breaks out, we take out 30. Like I've said before, guys, this could be going to the mid-30s initially, which if we look at these candles, the top for this one's at about $31.50-ish. These are the candles from back in 2020, early 2021. Actually, no, these are in 2020. So the top of this candle right here is about $31.50. I'll draw it out right here. Boom, $31.50. You guys see that? And the top of this one is $33.75. So initially, we could be going $31.50, $33.75. Then if that were to break, look at these candles right here, folks. We can see this candle, which was February of 2021, this peaked out at about $39.50, right? And this is not going to happen right away, obviously, in terms of the stock just shooting up there. But in due time, man, these are the next key levels that I'm looking at, right? This one's $39.50-ish. Then, of course, we have the all-time high at $45 per share, which that's going to be interesting. Will it break out of there? Time will tell, guys. Time will tell. So these are the key spots moving forward here, which I think we will be getting to at some point. Not guaranteed, obviously, not financial advice. Do your own research. But based on the way things are shaping up, that's what we're looking at, guys. And full disclosure, you all know this for the most part, but I got to say it from time to time. I'm long Palantir. I own the stock. I was loading the boat at 21 bucks, and I'm up like 30-something% in the one account. I think a little more in the other account. Either way, I'm doing pretty well on Palantir, and I plan on holding for quite some time. Of course, unless the fundamentals change. Obviously, there's always reasons to sell a stock, before you intended to. There's many reasons. We're not going to list them out in this video, but as of now, I'm planning on holding long term, and I'm very excited about Palantir. And this is all, the crazy thing is, this is all the green that we saw this past week. This is all in the midst of a red week for the stock market. You heard that right. The S&P 500, looking at SPY, went down the entire week. You guys can see from around 565 to 545. So we dumped all week. You guys can see that. And same thing pretty much with the NASDAQ 100 ETF, Triple Q. That got hit all week, and the VIX was up, right? The VIX was up big time. I think I covered it in a recent video. Wasn't it up like 35% from the bottom to the top? Let me double check that. Yeah, 35%, guys. So Palantir did what it did. Pretty strong week as the VIX was up 35%. The S&P and the NASDAQ sold off a good chunk. I think the S&P was down like 3% last week, NASDAQ 5%. So Palantir showed strength, which is a really good sign. So what do you guys think? Are you long Palantir? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to run the likes up on this video and subscribe, and to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit by using that link down below, or by simply going to stockerfest.com/Moomoo. And of course, check out the Patreon if you guys want to follow up with my portfolio. That's linked down below. There's also a Discord chat. I post charts and ideas throughout the week on Patreon, so check it out. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.